to a brand new video. So today I'm going to show you how to basically use Lucio, but the bigger point of what I'm trying to do is show you how to wall ride mostly. But when I show you the wall ride, don't become one of those Lucios that just exclusively just wall ride and do nothing else. They don't heal ever, just wall riding. So basic thing, the basics of Lucio is that basically his his weapon is sonic amplifier, and he launches sonic projectiles, as you see, and he just, like this, just use R2, and that's simple. On this one, R2, simple. Now, the next thing you need to know about Lucio is his R1 sound wave. I know what they are, I just don't know the names of them, and it just, it knocks people. Let me go show you on a better bot to show you what exactly it really does. So if I'm gonna wait for this bot to come back here, and this is what sound wave does. You can use it to knock people off the map, and that can be very useful in real game situations. The next thing about Lucio is crossfade. That switches from healing to the speed, and that's all you need to know is that when it's yellow, you're healing people, and if you're getting healed, and everyone that's within your radius, you'll see a number. Like right now, there's no real number. It says 2 because there's 2 bots around me, and to actually heal them, amp it up, is what makes it go faster. If you do it, it makes them speed up really fast, or it heals them. I'll show you my settings for everything after I get done. Okay, and the last thing I guess will be the sound barrier. It's not ready yet. So now I guess right now I'll just show you my settings first before I show you how to wall ride and then use the sound barrier. For Lucio, in my opinion, I found the best settings to be these settings right here. Sensitivity, that's up to you. Don't copy my sensitivity. It's just whatever sensitivity works for you. Obviously you need to have allied health bars on because you're a healer. If you don't have that on, that's kind of stupid. Allow backwards wall ride. I say have it on because if you're falling or something, sometimes backwards wall ride can help you because it'll make you wall ride backwards, and it might be accidental, but it might save you from actually falling all the way to off the map or something. Toggle crouch circle. I changed L2 for jump. I changed it from X because to me X kind of defeats the purpose. If you want to actually wall ride, you're gonna have to. I like to use my controls to have to move my hands as little as possible. Like, it doesn't make sense to have to take your finger off the licking stick just to jump. That's kind of stupid. So I used to do like L1, but I like L2 because I can wall ride while firing, because I think I had amp it up on R1, and to me that doesn't work for me that well. I like to be able to fire while wall riding, and so that's comfortable for me. L2, L1 is crossfade still. Amp it up, I put it on L3 because I like to have to move my fingers as little as possible, so I just push down on the left thumbstick, and that's easy. Ability is the same for sound barrier. Primary fire is still the same. Secondary fire, I took that off of what was it? What was that on? I can't remember. I think it was L2. I think that's what L2, his sound wave, and I put that on R1 because that's something that you don't need to use. Like, when you're using that, you're not going to be firing at the same time, so that's why it makes sense to have that one on R1. So you take your hand off of R2 and you put it on R1 real quick, and then you're going to start firing again. And quick melee is still the same, reload's the same, and everything else is just the same. I like to have you do all these other personal controls, whatever, so on and so forth. So now, how to wall ride. Well, actually, I'll show you sound barrier first. Sound barrier provides some extra like shielding to your teammates for a period of time, and then it'll disappear. And that can be good to protect your team against oncoming fire, ultimates, and things like that. Now, the big seller of this whole video is how to wall ride. Wall riding is something you do is you jump and you connect to a wall, and you can only wall ride on certain surfaces for, I don't know the exact numbers, but only for straight surfaces for a certain amount of time before you'll fall off and your character will fall. And wall riding is just you stay up there as long as you're holding down the jump button, and once you jump up there, Lucio will keep wall riding as long as you know you're going straight. Like I started going up, I started wall riding up. But as long as you're going in a pretty straight path, Lucio will keep doing it. He'll do the work for you, and he'll just keep wall riding. And it's pretty simple. People think it's complex, but it's not really. It's just you have to make sure you land the walls correctly. Otherwise, you'll fall. You will fall. You can't wall ride on all surfaces, but pretty much surfaces like these, straight surfaces, you can wall ride on. And it's just, you have to practice. But I'd say the settings that I just gave you are the easiest. Oh, what? Okay, let's see if I can do this challenge. Can I wall ride back up here? No, 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 yeah, yeah, no, yes, no, no. Okay. Anyways, you see, I'm not a pro Lucio, but anyways, wall riding is pretty simple. It's useful because, like, especially in a map like what was it? I think. Or is it on Control Center? I don't know which one it is, but you know the one where it's like in the middle, it's like this big circle type of like area in the middle where there's like rocks so you can jump over to get to the middle. I used it before where I was just healing myself constantly because I kept wall riding in the circular area above and contesting the point, and that saved a lot of time because it helped my team helped my team get back because I kept building time because I was just sitting there contesting while healing myself. And in Ilios Well, which I will show you, it can help you keep yourself alive in those instances. So thank you.
Let's break it! Damn! Meteor strike.
Understood.
Ilios Well is like an amazing map to practice on, so you can make yourself a custom game and just use Lucio. You can practice your wall riding skills because the well is like very awesome because like when you're you know, in a match and everything and you're taking heavy fire. I know this looks like suicide, but you jump down here and it's round and it's narrow. It's like it's just small enough that he'll just keep wall riding forever as long as you don't take your finger off the jump button. And you can turn it, you can heal yourself. And you can get your team healing while you're healing. You can drop down lower if you want, not too low because you don't want to fall in there, otherwise you'll die. But you know, just drop down enough and you'll be fine. And it's just practice, practice, practice. And see, now I'm backwards wall riding. There you go.